Hi guys, it's me again, Andre here. Welcome to the new episode of the Accountability Journal where I share with you my personal productivity tips. And in this video, I'm going to share with you 2/3 quick tools, apps that I use on my computer to constantly keep reminding myself of what are the most important things that I need to do and what are the things that I want to change about my very default behavior. First thing that I wanted to show you is this thing right here. So this is my desktop, and this text here is something I can put in there myself. It's not part of the wallpaper. My thought process was, okay, I spend most of my day on the computer, and turning on my computer is one of the first things that I do in the morning. So I wanted to have this sitting right here on my desktop, so when I turn on the computer, I know that this is exactly what I need to start working on. You know, the reason why I wanted to select just the most important things is that I don't want to look into my to-doist backlog and get distracted by all the other small things that I have in the backlog. So this was the idea for me. I know exactly what is the most important thing, number one, and I just start doing that. And the tool is very simple. It's called BgInfo. I'll show you in a while how you can get it. And this is how it looks like. I think the main purpose of the tool is to show information about PC, but you can simply just type in text that you want, and you can choose the position of where you want this text to be displayed. So I have it on the top and centered out. One of the things that I have every day is to pick the most important things for the next day. So when I pick them, I open this BgInfo thing and I put them in. So then the next day, when I start the computer, this is the first thing that I see on my desktop. You should be able to easily Google it. So if you Google BgInfo, this is the first thing that should probably come up for you. It's Microsoft's tool, and you can just download it here. Second thing I wanted to share with you is sticky notes. You should be familiar with it. Sticky notes many people use as a way to track their to-dos. I use it again to remind myself constantly about what I shouldn't be doing. Right now, my bad habits are sometimes I slouch, which always makes me feel sleepy, even though I do have the energy inside me to do some more work. And when I start eating and watching something, it leads to me slouching. I'm losing the work momentum, and I'm gaining more of the leisure momentum, which is not good. So one of the things that I want to do is I want to work even when I'm eating. This is the first time that I'm trying to get rid of or minimize the bad habits that I have. I don't know what is the other solution than to be constantly reminded about what not to do. So these are the things that I want to be constantly reminded of. So I thought I'll use sticky notes for that. The problem with sticky notes was that they were not that sticky. First of all, they were not reliably launching on startup. The way that I found out how you can do this is if you open your File Explorer and you go to Shell Apps folder, and in the next one I can use Shell Startup. So Shell Startup opens this thing in your start menu, which is shortcuts for the apps that you want to start when your computer launches. And in order to get the shortcut there, you need to find it here in the apps. So that's the Shell apps. So here you find sticky notes, and you can create a shortcut on the desktop, and then you can move it to your startup. So that way, the sticky notes should always launch on your startup. Tip number 2 is this okay to show? Yeah, this is okay. So let's say I have a window here, and in my experience, the sticky notes were never on top of anything. So normally this would be covered by Spotify. The way how I solve this is using this utility, which is called DeskPins. And you can use DeskPins to pin any window, not just sticky notes. So let's say we have a notepad and we say reminder, and I want this reminder to be on the top of apps. So when I now click to Spotify, it covers that. But when I use the desktop pins and I pin it, now you can see that Spotify is below. So my reminder is on the top. So I use this desktop pins. You cannot see the pin there, but when I move this too fast, you can see that the pin is still there somewhere in the background. So as you can see, it works, right? It's on the top, and that's what I need. I need like always this constant reminder. I always need to be there in my face so that I get reminded of what I shouldn't do. Anyway, so this is the last week. So pretty good here, except for Friday. As you can see, once again, I missed starting the day with the most important task. Same thing as here before on Thursday. So I hope it's not going to turn into a pattern. So for last week, we can see 24 out of 27, but these two things I had as optional, so I didn't do that. Now that I already have the card for the next week, I can just delete them. And the only thing that I didn't do fully was looking at improving the YouTube channel for multilingual. Though when I was commenting on this, I basically decided not to do anything about it. I could have done at least something, but what I did was at least I informed the involved people who I gave my word to that I will do that I will not do it. I let them know before the end of Friday, and I committed to doing it this week. Let's look at the numbers in Mr. Toggle. Reports for last week. Anything important? 175 hours tracked. Sleep 61. Routine, we have the standard routine things. No value. Yeah, I leisured a lot again. I feel like we're seeing a trend, emerging trend of me having a lot of no value time. How much is it? 36 plus 26. That's 50, that's 62 hours. Not bad. Finally, let's look at what's up for this week, week 47. I had a description here, so this is important thing that I want to share with you. So I'm thinking how I can expand myself. And one of the things that I recently discovered is, like on my whiteboard, it says that I want to be an entrepreneur. I'm an entrepreneur. But one of the things that I'm struggling with is that I always have a problem of working with other people because I feel that their work will not be better than mine. And I try to look for an editor before, because the editing part of the podcast and all of the videos, that's the part which I don't like, especially for the podcast. It's kind of like a routine. How can I improve the numbers here that I have in Toggle and move some of the hours that are just routine tasks for me and maybe do more of the higher value added work that I think I should be doing, instead of trying to do everything on my own. So that's why we have one of the most important things here, and I had it in the description, is that I need to look for audio video editor again. Thank you very much for watching this video. This was accountability journal number 14, so we have 6 more left. If you want to see how I end up this year, if I even come up with some suggestions for my productivity tips, please stay tuned. You can do that by subscribing to my channel, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.